today we are here to talk about the dangers of ghost hunting apps and why we don't want to keep ours anymore. We're actually going to be deleting it. We have Ghost Hunter M2, is that right?
Yes.
And it's supposed to be a good one. It actually did something. I didn't believe in it. I didn't believe they worked. And when I first brought it into the house, I want to say that I'm against Ouija boards. They have caused me trouble. I don't think the board itself is evil. It's just kind of like it creates a key where you can use your own mental abilities and psychic to create a portal that does not need to be opened between, you know, here and ghosts and whatever. That's just my opinion, and I've had experiences that have backed that up, and I will leave the Ouija board link below. If you guys are new, do subscribe and check out our spooky videos and hang out with us. I'm not like, you know, one of those against the paranormal. My husband Gomez is a medium, as is my sister Ophelia. So, I mean, obviously we are dealing with the paranormal a lot. So I'm not like, you know, ghosts are evil and, you know, anything witchy is evil. Of course not. But this app was trouble, and I think that bringing ghosts and stuff into your life is kind of like, if you don't know who they are or what you're bringing in, can be dangerous. What I want to talk about is the video that we uploaded a few days ago. We didn't want to put a lot up in a row because of the fact that we do a lot of different things on the channel, and we didn't want to like clog anyone who's not interested up with like 3 or 4 in a row, you know? So we actually, today is April 29th, and we're recording this today after a lot of experiences happened, and it'll be uploaded just whenever it gets uploaded. So, sorry about my voice. I have allergies, and they're not being nice to me. But, so yeah, we used the app, and we had a video up, and basically it was kind of lame, and we thought nothing happened. We had more success talking to a friend who had passed over earlier on the app, which surprised me because I didn't see how it could work. All this was covered in other videos that I'll link below so that you who have watched them are not bored to tears. But if you haven't, go back and look at those. It gives past info that is our opinion on the app and how we review it and whatnot. As you can see there, we were okay with it. Then later on the other video, we were kind of like, yeah, it's not doing anything. And then we had experiences in the kitchen afterward, which I'm going to go into, and then we're all going to talk about what we think about the 3 a.m. phenomena. And I don't know if I screwed up by doing it at 3 a.m. because I didn't believe in 3 a.m. I mean, it's like an anti-Bible thing. I don't care. It's new. It's not, I mean, considering religions go back, you know, thousands and thousands and 50,000s of years, and, you know, Christianity's a couple thousand years old. I respect all religions, Christianity included, but the 3 a.m. thing didn't really resonate with me. I'm more of a midnight gal. So I didn't believe in it, just like I didn't believe in the app. And I did the app at 3 a.m. and stuff happened afterward that was not cool. So we're going to be deleting it. And, you know, so never using it again, because it's the reason I wanted to use it was I didn't believe in it. I kind of wanted to debunk it, okay, and that didn't work. It didn't happen because I ended up having to believe in it, which I can say that. I can say, hey, I was wrong. That's fine. And my sister and my husband are mediums, so I thought it would be fun to debunk it with mediums. Thought it was going to be a fun thing, but it didn't work out. I got screwed with instead. So okay, touche. But I thought, okay, I know Ouija boards are bad, because if you're thinking, okay, Morticia, you said Ouija boards are not cool to use, dangerous, blah, why are you using this app? Well, Ouija boards are summoning spirits to you. You don't know who you could be getting. You could be getting your grandma that you're trying to talk to, or you could be getting the dead guy down the street who's bored and mean. That's the problem, right? Or whoever lower level spirit is bored and mean and want to come mess with you and wreak havoc in your house, which has happened to me. So, but I thought this app isn't like that. This app, it's just going to see what's going on around me already. In my house, I'm around 2 mediums right now that, you know, things seem to flock to. So, you know, we're not calling anybody. We're not doing that. We're not opening anything. We're just seeing who's already here. Well, that's not the case, I don't think.
And we didn't realize that using that app makes transmissions, I would think, on different frequencies and things that would call to them.
Yeah,
in
so
a way. We didn't think that the computer would do it.
No, we didn't think it would even work, and I think instead of detecting activity, maybe the app is sending out something that kind of calls to spirits, like a Ouija board. And I did not realize that, or I wouldn't have done it. I really thought if nothing's here, nothing will happen. I'm not calling anything. If something's here and it wants to talk, well, it's already here, so I'm not letting it in. It's already here. Well, things didn't start happening in my kitchen until after I used the app. So therefore, I'm drawing the conclusion that stuff wasn't there until the app, and after the app it was. And if I'm wrong, I was still having peace in my house before the app, so I'm done with it. If other people want to play and other people enjoy spirit drama, more power to you, but I don't, and I'm not doing these videos like a lot of people do to pretend to be scared and to freak out and to have drama. And you know, all of our spiritual and paranormal videos that we've put on this channel, we have a whole like Weird Tales playlist that's like paranormal stuff. And you know, it's all real, it's all true, it's not flashy, it's not overdone, it's not done for attention or views. And there's tons of videos that are obviously fake. They get millions of views, and 2/3 of the comments are people complaining that it's fake. I get that, so why are you watching it, right? You know, and this is real, and I'm not going to be doing another video after this on this because I had drama, I didn't want drama, I didn't like drama, and I'm not doing it anymore. It was kind of fun to play with, but then when stuff happened, it's like, okay, we're done. This was not what we thought it was, we're done. So what happened was, we used the app last night. We were not impressed. Well, it was actually this morning, but last night for us because we hadn't gone to bed yet. We were not impressed. We did a video. It's up. It will be in the links. And okay, we were like, whatever. Nothing really happened. We cut it off. I'm in the kitchen making tea. I put the lid on the tea jug I was using kind of loosely because I had rinsed it out and I was about to go actually do the tea. But I didn't want to lose the lid from the pitcher, blah, blah. So I just put it on it loosely. And I'm going about my business in the kitchen, and there's a squealing sound in the jug, like squealing. Like, I'm going, is there a rat in the jug? What? I didn't do that. Like, so Gomez, get in here. What is that? Actually, I didn't even know it was from the jug. I just heard the squealing sound on my stove, to be honest, okay? So, it's 4 a.m. by now, okay? And I'm like, or maybe 4:30, and I'm like, Gomez, get in here. What is it? What is it? Oh my God. And he's looking around, and then he's like, it's the jug. It does that sometimes. Like it gets air in it. It's just, what did you say? It was just compression and air? And
yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. I've never heard it do that before. I'm picking it up and it's going in my hand. I'm going, I don't know, man. Whoa, yeah. So, okay. Well, let's just unscrew the lid and we're done. Okay, weird. That was weird. It's never happened to me before, but it was a one-time thing. Move on. Now, that was sitting on the stove. That's why this is kind of relevant. The jug was on the stove when it started doing that. Okay? So I make my tea, I put it in the fridge, I go about my business. Oh, Celia's stupid phone. Anyway, I go about my business, and I hear this hissing noise in the kitchen. We're talking about the stove area where the jug was, but the jug is no longer on the stove. Okay? It's gone. It's in the fridge, no longer squealing and sputtering. But there's this kind of hissing kind of sound coming from the stove. And it's not on. And I'm like, Gomez, get in here! Ah! You know, what's going on? What's going on? Okay. A friend of mine recently had a house fire and she lost everything and that was not cool. So I guess I'm kind of paranoid a little bit. So the stove is doing something. I don't like that. Stoves cause fire. What's going on? It's not on. Gomez comes in. Go ahead. Tell your part. You heard it. I'm not crazy.
Yeah, there was some kind of a...
It's not funny. You heard it.
Well, the way you describe it is funny, though.
I know I'm funny, but right now...
I do want to say, as I'm thinking about it, there was a point last night when we were using the app, and I'm not sure exactly what we were doing at that point, but I thought evil. Like, the words were coming up on the screen, and the word popped into my head, evil. And I didn't,
is that when it was talking and sounded weird?
Yeah, but it was very fast, and I didn't bring it up because it was just so fast.
And she probably didn't want to spook us out or make the video seem dramatized.
Yeah, I didn't want to seem dramatized. Oh, evil.
Okay, well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
She just told us this now. She's just telling this all of us right now. I'm glad you didn't tell me that last night after the kitchen started flipping out, because I would have been like, I was already freaking out.
I kind of forgot it was so fast.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't remember, because I was already upset.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead, Gomez. I'm calling you into the kitchen, freaking out, and...
There was this sound that I guess was sort of like something hissing. At first I even wondered if it could possibly be like, I don't know, like as stupid as it sounds, like maybe a snake crawling in there. But I started remembering what were the precautions that were required for dealing with snakes. But then...
Do they have snakes in Russia? Can they survive that freezing cold?
They can. They have vipers at the swamps.
Oh,
well, it's not in your house.
That's good.
So... I started slowly remembering what I was taught, and then I'm slowly opening the...
I'm glad you didn't tell me that either. See, I'm happy that my
Yeah.
sister and my husband spared me from more trauma. I'm glad he didn't go, Morticia, there could be a snake in there.
I think I would have screamed. Wow. Yeah.
And I reassured myself that at least it's not rattling, so it's not must not be either an alert or a rattlesnake, so that should be okay.
Wow.
So, and try not to alert it too much and send in like niceness mentally.
He's like, calm down, Sneaky
Calm down,
Pooh.
Sneaky Pooh. It's okay.
Opening the stove slowly and hoping that nothing would lash out, and nothing did. So that worked out.
Because there was nothing there.
Yes.
So you're just as funny, you adorable thing.
I'm just so glad you didn't bring this up.
I'm serious. Like, it's good to be tactful when people are already upset and not say
he
the
was so
things
calm.
that in your head. Yeah, he was calm. He's a good calmness. I was freaking out. He was calm. Okay, so
Back to you.
So I started checking what could be making the noise, and I checked the coils underneath.
there were coils, but there were not a snake coil. It was just stove coils.
Yes. And then I checked the pan, I checked the racks, and then I checked the pipe right over it in case something was leaking from it, and that could create a kind of a hiss. And fortunately none of it was obvious, so I was reassured by that. And I figured that it might be again maybe some kind of an air pressure, because it's the pressure that creates such noises usually in different containers when they're closed.
I've never heard my stove do that, and it's off. It's turned off. He double checked it's turned off. I am correct. So
Yeah, I double checked everything, double checked the lights, the burners, the switches, whatever, and it seems all straight. And I started reading online what could cause it.
well, when he opened the door, it stopped hissing.
Yeah.
So it's hissing when the stove door is shut. When he opens the oven, it stops. So I left the oven open because I was like, what if it combusts, or what if something happens? Because there was an issue, and I kind of dumped water in it like a few weeks ago in the bottom of it because I don't cook, and there was a fire. Anyway, that has nothing to do with this, but it made me more like, did I short out something? Are we going to have a house fire? Oh my God. Because again, my friend just lost her house, and it freaks me out. And I've been told by several people that I did not kill the stove and that there's not a problem, but I'm like, okay, but there was a noise in there. But when Gomez opened the stove door, it stopped. So I left the door open. Now he closed it again. The oven door is shut and there was no hiss. But last night I was like, we're leaving this puppy open. Actually, I didn't say puppy, I said something worse, but it's staying open. I never really say puppy, but I'm saying it on camera now. Yeah, so we're leaving this open, and when Uncle Fester comes over today, he comes over, we all go to Ren Fair, and he comes over, and I'm telling him, look at the stove, do you think we should unplug it? What should I do? I need to get a new one, this is not okay. And he goes, it's fine, it can't do anything, it cannot electrocute you or start a fire if it's not turned on, it's fine. Because I was like, I'm keeping it off, and I told him what was happening. I said, I didn't even mention the app at this point. I just told him about the hissing in the stove and how, like, we opened it and it stopped. He goes, you know, this sounds like an episode of Ghostbusters, Morticia. Am I doing a good Uncle Fester?
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, well, I wasn't going to talk about the app until I got your professional electronic opinion on the stove, because you know Uncle Fester is all about electronics. And I said, but there was a ghost hunting app involved, actually, creepily enough, that you had to bring that up. So I guess the creepy factor was obvious to people who didn't even know. But, you know, the jug in my kitchen, I guess you can all say that's happened to you. Okay, maybe, maybe not. It has never done that to me. I've never heard a jug squealing at me.
I haven't either.
And thank you. And it was on the stove. And then later the hissing came from the inside of the stove. So it's just a little bit too coincidental for me that both of them had to do with the stove area. And after that app, and nothing seemed to have happened. But if you guys watch it, let us know if you see anything happening that we missed. It did sound a little bit creepy, but I think that voice reading stuff is just going to do that. And I think sometimes it is to feed people's fuel and sell the app, which I said, but then stuff happened up in my house.
Gomez.
Yes.
I could be wrong, but isn't air the element and electricity associated, or is it earth and electricity? Because I was thinking that, you know, maybe the spirits were contacted via the frequencies and the electronics of the computer, and that spirit was talented in that area and therefore messed with the stove.
That's a good thought. In mythology, that was one of the standard associations where electricity is conveyed through the air, so it becomes associated with the air. Some of the gods who did lightning, for example, they were considered of the air element.
And then they were using air in the jug and the stove.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, these are two mediums. They know what they're talking about, and I thought they would add some interesting thoughts to this. Gomez, did you want to talk about online? He didn't find anything online about the stove that would make sense. I was like, look it up in case my stove has a short and my house is about to explode.
She was tripping hard.
I got a lot of stuff I love in here. Like,
Yeah, so I started checking, and I have some basic training in electricity, I guess.
oh, you're just genius. And modest.
At least I passed my exams, so that was enough. But other than that, I thought I would consult the experts, and I checked all kinds of advices they give, and they usually mention that it's basically something very simple and it doesn't cause deadly fire. Nobody mentioned such a case as ours. Usually such things would be happening more with gas stoves.
And this is electric.
Yeah. So I'm like, well, okay, I guess maybe we're safe. At least I could
Maybe
find
we're
it.
safe. It's hissing. I'm not cool with that. I'm still not cool. I'm still getting this dealt with and looked into. This is not over, but it's over ghost-wise because we're deleting this app. We're going to do it on camera.
We thought it was over.
Well, it better be. And this morning, we
Yeah.
went to bed, and first, Ophelia can tell, and then you want to delete the app after that?
Yes.
We'll do with all of you are going to see us delete this. We're done. Okay, but Ophelia we got up this morning, and I was happy that our house was intact and the stove wasn't hissing, so that happened. We're getting ready for Ren Fair, talking about what happened, talking about deleting the app, and making this video for you guys to say, you know, our opinion on it and warn you guys that I think that, we have a 3 a.m. little comment later too, but let's do the morning with Ophelia.
I don't think any of us got really good sleep
Oh, that's
last
a good
night.
point. We didn't.
None of us. And
We were all tired when we went to bed, and we've all been sleeping really well for
Yes.
Ophelia's whole visit. We've all been going to bed and sleeping.
And I woke up really angry. And I don't remember what he was going to do, but Gomez went to stand up. And it was like, I wanted to snap at him. What the heck are you staring at me for? But he wasn't there long enough to do it. And by the time, I would have said it, I realized he was across the room. There was someone here. But I was like, wow, it was pretty intense for a second. It was like total fixation on me. Or I felt it was.
Well, that makes sense. So we felt the ghost was obviously still in the house. She feels it looking at her. We were not feeling good, and we finally just did more shields. Gomez did some last night. We did more energetic shields around the house, around everything, fire preventatives, all that. And I just said, that they had to get out. I, banished them, used the names that were mentioned on the apps, and just said, any unwanted spirits that are here have to get out. And you are no longer welcome here. Get out. And she's like, I felt that. That's good. I'm like, yay. And that, I think after that, it got better.
Yeah.
And now it feels better.
Yeah.
And last night, I was creeped out kind of doing the app, but I thought, what if it's just because, we're sitting here doing this and it's supposed to be a little bit creepy, but we weren't that impressed, as you'll see in the video if you didn't already. It was just like, whatever. But when she said she felt someone looking at her, I did feel just, it's not cool in here. And, she's like, she thought it was Gomez until she looks around and sees he's not there. Like, okay, well, he's not there. Who's staring at me? Like, okay, this isn't cool. So it was the things on the stove. It just never happened in my kitchen. Neither situation has ever happened. And both on the stove, both within 2 minutes from each other. It's just not coincidence. I'm sorry. It's not. And then the feelings this morning for Ophelia, and we all did kind of sense it, the fact that none of us slept very well. She slept a lot less than we did, but we didn't sleep very well. We woke up when we shouldn't have, and we had to get up and go to Ren Fair. So it's just like, okay. But I also want to talk about the 3 a.m. phenomena versus us playing with the app. I was saying this morning, what if I was wrong? What if 3 a.m. is some dark hour? And Gomez had a thought on that made more sense.
Well, I was thinking with 3 a.m. being a more recent innovation in mythology and folklore, it didn't exist for that long. That the ghosts, especially of those recently deceased and maliciously intended, they could be aware and drawn to it and answering specifically those calls with the intention to play pranks on people who summon them, because they would already do that, and that would maybe exacerbate the effect because it's already 3 a.m. they're already expecting something, and then something also happens, so that could be really dire.
So it's not that 3 a.m. is really powerful, it's that these ghosts know about it, they know that people think it is, and they just come and play at 3 a.m. So that's why it could be dangerous to do stupid things at 3 a.m. Because of you know, the ghosts who have passed that are aware and that will utilize that and make things happen because. And I really wasn't afraid. I know some people are and they still do it, and I don't get that. I thought 3 a.m. was rubbish. I thought that the app was, you know, rubbish until I did talk to a friend, and then I thought, well, whoever comes through has to already be here, so it'll just be interesting. Who wants to talk to us? You know, I wasn't really afraid or expecting that much. It was just something interesting to do, and I was gonna do just an actual regular video that wasn't over dramatizing or being taking the thing too seriously like I see so many people do. And they seem to just believe in it so readily without, and you know, sometimes even like to assume everything that is being said or whatever is a big message. It's like sometimes it's just gibberish. I mean, it's not all a big message. And you know, I just thought someone should be up who is more skeptical, just doing an honest video. So that's what I did, and I still don't know that everything was anything, you know, whatever, but it's gonna go away.
Now?
No.
One more comment maybe, that I didn't want to be biased, so I did not read the reviews of the app right away in the App Store, but after things started happening, I just wanted to check and see if anybody had strange experiences. And some woman mentioned there, she has the second review among the first 3, that there were 2 spirits that were evil and were playing tricks on her children and herself and such. And I didn't think much or even of that until I realized that, as you would see from the other video, that we had 2 names that manifested themselves. So maybe I'm connecting the dots, maybe I'm already biased because of that, but just...
It was 2 names though.
Yeah.
And when he said that last night, I'm like, oh no. So yeah, we did research it some more after that, and like we were trying to just be biased, and I think we did do some good biased videos, and that's cool, but here it goes. Take it away. Let it die. We are no longer using this, and we have shared why. We're not telling you what to do. If you choose to use it, just be careful because you don't know who or what you're getting, and I think the thing can just summon whatever spirits are in the area and not just what's in your house with its frequencies. And I'm not saying it's evil and, you know, the devil or any of that. I don't really get into all that. I'm just saying it is technology. It does something. It might not do what you want it to do, and it might not bring into your house what you want it to bring into your house. Just like the Ouija board works on your own mental abilities to open a gateway and send out a call. You know, this works on electronic frequencies. So it's an electro Ouija board, and I didn't know that, and I just thought it would work on what's actually here. And we did have one cool experience, but I'm done.
And by deleting this app, we are officially closing the portal that we accidentally opened. That is our little, well, my little ritual.
Oh, I'm good with that. Mm-hmm. It can be hours.
And now it is deleted.
Well, we hope you enjoyed and that this is at least interesting for you. If you choose to avoid the app, go for it. If you choose to not avoid the app, be careful. Like I said, my first experience was really good. And we did that when we did the whole review of the app for everybody. So, yeah, it was definitely something interesting. Now I have educated myself. My opinions of it have definitely changed, because before I just thought it was rubbish, and I can change my mind. I'm very skeptical, even though I have had a lot of paranormal experiences, and I do believe in a lot of things that a lot of people probably wouldn't, but I'm still very skeptical because it doesn't mean everything out there is real. You know, it just doesn't. You can't believe everything. So, yeah, but now I do think that there is something to these ghost hunting apps, and I would call them more ghost summoning, because I think they do more than just show you what's there. So we hope you enjoyed. We hope this gave you something to think about, and until next time,
stay spooky, my friends.